Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Red Force podcast. My name is Rick Tyler. Joining me today, Christian Tyler.
What's funny? Why did you start laughing?
Just that I was completely out of shot. But this is episode 336, Christian.
Alright.
Talking about
jojolands.
a certain CrackMan. We'll talk about
Shout out
it.
Yusugi. Eric, he doesn't do drugs. Everyone just assumes he does drugs.
Cap.
Okay.
But yeah, we're here to talk about JoJo today, Christian. One Piece next week.
Finally back.
Hopefully some big War Piece.
Hopefully we get some consistency and we get some chapters in a
Hopefully
row.
we don't get like Usopp trying to figure out the angle on which the sunny needs to fall off the side. We know how it
Will
does
the
it.
Eye Giant get an actual panel?
That's a good point also.
Will Luffy work out how to damage Walkery?
All interesting questions.
Many questions.
Chinese One Piece game blowing up on Twitter. People want it. We're never gonna get it.
Eric, Eric, see, here's a trap. You don't want it. You know why you don't want it?
Gotcha.
Gotcha game. Chinese gotcha game, ultimate hell. You want to do anything, you gotta spend $300.
Chinese culture is money is king.
That's right.
There's no such thing as a fair contest.
No. You want it, you gotta gamble for it.
That's right.
Gotcha, gamble. Now, isn't this just that game that's already been released?
It's a different game.
It just looks the same.
Probably the same developer, I'd imagine. Same tech. But
Okay.
the other one's 3D. This one's
This
more
is
of a
2D.
2.5D.
This is 2D. You can move.
2.5D fighter kind
You
of
can
thing.
move up and down in the frame.
Right.
So they've just taken all the assets and put it on a flat area. Whatever. We can't play Chinese gotcha games here, Eric.
No.
We're ready for a real.
Are
One Piece
there any
game.
Japanese gotcha JoJo apps, Christian?
Yes.
Are they good?
I probably shut down already.
Shut down. JoJo fans aren't there.
I mean, all
How big is the JoJo community? Is it overstated? Is it overplayed?
it's not as big as the mainstream shonen.
Does Black Clover have a bigger community?
No. I'd say My Hero
We'll get
has a bigger
Senator on
one.
the case, get us some numbers.
I'd say My Hero does, One Punch Man does. I'd say it's in the top 10.
Now, Christian, the two new generations are about to finish at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and they could be all-time fumbles.
What, JJK and
Many
My
people
Hero?
say My Hero Deku vs Shigaraki, not good.
Not good? Eric apparently fumbled 200 chapters ago. So,
But it's almost over. JJK controversial chapter, Christian.
apparently it's Disney now. That's what I heard.
Mickey allegations.
I've heard Mickey. I'm hearing Mickey.
But
Eric,
nothing-
did you
none of that.
hear Inoue? The man who made the legendary sword manga.
Kenshin.
Also, no, not Kenshin.
What? Sword manga what?
Vagabond.
Right.
Hype up Kaguyabashi.
/ Slam Dunk.
Slam dunk. Did you hear this? Did you hear this news?
I did.
What's your thoughts on that?
It's on the up. And anime
on the
is
up?
gonna blow it out of the water. And anime is gonna...
Yeah, it's gonna blow it out of the water, Eric. Now, apparently, this is one of Oda's assistants.
Oh.
So from the school of Oda, Eric. From the school of Oda, getting the Sword Saint himself, tick of approval. Will the Zoro fans just migrate over to Kaguyabashi?
The anime is gonna have a Demon Slayer effect.
Okay. Now I read the first arc. The first arc is pretty good, Eric. I'll say pretty good.
You didn't continue?
Oh, it's
You didn't want to continue.
but it's a weekly. Eric, it's at the start of the series, so there's only really one arc.
Not much to chew on.
Not much to chew on. I'm building chapters. I'll get back to it. But Eric,
We're gonna talk about JoJo.
we're here to talk about JoJo. Chapter 14, chapter 15. The Howler building a swindle.
Before we get into that,
Yeah.
I have to address the Zoro fans again.
Eric, topic of the show.
The topic of the show.
I saw it on Twitter. It's the slop, Eric.
We're
The slop, the
Zoro fans
mud.
are getting greedy, Christian.
Eric, the mud, the slop. It's getting
Alright.
sad out there.
Let's get into JoJo. We'll talk about Yasugi maybe being the best side character of all time.
Alright. Eric's enjoying Yasugi. Eric, first thing I want to say about chapter 14. Lots of wide shots, lots of Iraqi indulgence. So Eric, when he wrote his book, Manga in Practice, alright, he said don't be too indulgent.
Up there, as you can see, Christian.
But
Next to Wolverine and Spider-Man and more.
yeah, behind. But Eric, he said don't be too indulgent. This man indulgent with his double page
He loves
spreads,
it.
his architecture, his devices, his food. They're riding in the car, Eric. They're having a good time, eating, chilling, playing games.
How do you feel about this statement? I'm not sure Araki puts...
What?
Like, I don't feel like it's a lived-in world. I feel like each building is a set, if that makes sense.
Well, it is a government building.
Right, but it's massive and there's nothing around it.
Yeah.
And it's a specific design. I don't know if that's real or not. Could be.
No, no.
But you never really feel like they're in...
He doesn't really draw
They're not
background
in the
characters.
mix.
He doesn't draw background characters because it takes away, Eric.
Sure, I'm not talking about background characters. I'm talking about maybe a block or like them driving through an alleyway or something. Yeah.
Well, it's it's a Hawaii. It's a remote location.
Sure, but everything's very like spacious and open. And
Part 8 was very urban, very tight.
you know what it feels like? It feels like a video game. We just load into each area. There's no like connective tissue. Like you can't put this on a map, kind of thing.
Okay, I'm sure it's accurate. Just like
Sure, I'm
Eric,
sure
that
it is.
little bus stop with the chicken restaurant.
Yeah,
Accurate.
it's kind of like you know Dressrosa. You get a feel for the streets, the alleyways, the gambling, the this, the that, the underground, the Tontara, all the systems.
I would say part 7, part 8. Part 7 more about the journey, so you get those vistas,
Oh yeah.
connected tissue.
I don't know if this is an appropriate place. We'll just talk about. I had
Philadelphia.
this conversation in Christian.
Okay.
World building.
Yeah.
To me, obviously, every system could be put into each other. So then what are we even talking about?
Well, Eric, do you want to explain this to the people?
Yeah,
Because you're saying words.
Power system. So to me, world building has very little to do with power system. Now, obviously, people bring up, well, Harry Potter, the whole magic system instructs the world and crafts the world building. Sure.
Sure, yeah.
That all elements bleed into each other.
Yeah.
But then, what are we talking about? Well, so, what, world building is just everything in a story?
So, Eric,
This is what the arguments people were giving me. Oh, but Delphers are a crucial part of the world building. You know what this is? It's a Naruto Bleach cope.
okay.
They're trying to attack Oda for Haki and then take away his world building credit. And they're trying to make Chakra and...
Chakra's worse than Haki. Chakra makes less
They're
sense
trying to
than
make
Haki.
Chakra and whatever the fuck...
Soul energy.
Soul energy, soul society shit. No.
Rietsu, Eric.
To me...
Soul pressure.
Excellent. Christian, world building is all about the political, the logistical,
Okay.
the cultural
Okay.
aspects of said world and how they all intertwine.
Okay.
Now, obviously, if your whole culture values magic and that's a power system,
Yeah.
of course that's going to inform the culture and the politics.
Yeah. But Eric, people don't like definitions because they can't spin out of them.
Is that not a fair definition
It's
to
a fair
you?
definition. I think that's fair.
I don't know if Araki delves into the culture.
It's its own culture, Eric.
Right.
It's surreal. JoJo's always been surreal.
That's true.
It's its own thing.
Discussing with Morge on a live stream,
Yeah.
JoJo's is only... If you wrote down the plot points of JoJo with no context, dot point by dot point, the story would be average.
Yeah.
But the Araki voice, Christian, the Araki flavor is what makes it goated.
That's right.
The most unique voice in anime. In manga, we said.
That's true.
No one plays it like Araki.
No.
Anyway, let's continue.
Eric, What do you think about Joe D? What do you think Joe D is playing on his Switch? What game would he play? Splatoon 3? I think he's playing Splatoon 3. He's a Zoomer, he's a Splatoon kid.
Mario Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey. No, I think he's too much
What
of a
year
Zoomer.
is this? 2019?
2021. Or 2022, I think.
Splatoon 3 is
He's
out.
14, Eric.
Not playing Tears of the Kingdom.
He's 14.
Maybe waiting for Tears of the Kingdom.
He's 14, Eric. He's played Splatoon. Or, and I hate to say it, Eric. I hate to say it, Xenoblade.
I want to say Mario Odyssey.
Eric's, Eric thinks Mario Odyssey.
Knowing Iraqi, it'll be some obscure detective visual novel.
Visual novel, yeah.
Or some shit like that.
Yeah. But Eric, we arrived at the location. We are at the office at 10 a.m., Eric. Yusugi, Dragona, and Charmy are going in. Paco and Jodio are driving around the van. They enter the office. Yusugi immediately drops his drink. Fumbles. Eric, he's always fumbling.
Is it a drink or some kind of ramen situation?
I thought it was a drink. I thought it was a...
I thought it was noodles in it. I think he said ramen as well.
It was a cup.
I read it like 20 minutes ago.
It was a cup.
Yeah.
Alright, he drops it. Spills it everywhere. Yusugi, what are you doing? He's fumbling, he's bubbling already. Alright? Eric, we get a May flashback. She tells them that they have to get access to the original land rights. And Iraqi delves into the legal system. The deed,
is land ownership?
Who owns the land? Right. Oh, the deed isn't the actual document because it's a copy and you need a... May knows how this rock works so well, it's suspicious.
Immediately.
Suspicious.
Well. Suspicious, sure, but this is JoJo where certain characters have infinite knowledge about infinite
That's
things.
true, Eric. But Eric, why send them to get the diamond?
Maybe you should just philosophically literate, Christian, because she deconstructs fiat.
I know.
This isn't where really. This is the value that humankind puts on. That's what the Rock is. That's what the Rock is reacting to.
Eric, she knows.
Is Iraqi a fiat hater?
He's a government hater. We know that. Eric, land rights. Do you think this part was gonna be about land rights?
It's not really about land rights. It's trying to say what value is, so the Rock can take the value.
Yeah.
It's not really making a point.
May has the plan so quickly and knows so much about this rock. It's suspicious.
And she's like 7 foot tall and huge.
And she obviously has a stand.
Right.
Yeah. So she knows about stands. I'm pretty sure she knows about stands.
Right.
So when she gonna pop off, do something crazy.
That's a good point.
All right. So May tells them all the details, what they're going to do, how it's going to work, the land rights, the legal system. Anyone can see because it's a public, the public have the right to know who owns what.
Is it, so only the original copy holds value?
Yeah.
Right.
Because it is the source of the value.
Right.
That's where the source of the value is placed. So therefore, that's the only thing that works.
I can understand how, like, gold...
It's she explains it with the dollar bill, Eric. Because the dollar bill is not the actual value, it's the actual, like, physical value of the gold.
Right, but this whole thing is just perceived value.
Yeah.
But perceived by who? Society?
The consciousness.
Because a man with a deed still perceives that as a deed.
But that's not the original, Eric.
But maybe he doesn't even know that.
But that's not how it works. The mechanism, the causality.
Okay.
Alright?
It seems it's based on human perception.
Yeah.
Which is interesting to see where Rocky goes with this. Because Christian, Charming Man plays with human perception.
That's right.
Maybe this is where we're going with JoJolands.
Eric, the mechanism. It always comes back to the mechanism. What is value? How do you get value?
$50 billion. That's how we get value.
$50 billion. It's a lot of land, a lot of money, Eric.
Is Charming Man's brother now Diamond Man, crystallized by the earth, Christian?
We'll find out.
Or Rock Man, rather.
We'll find out, Eric. We'll get to Charming Man and how he's 100% a rock human,
right.
But no one will admit it. Alright? We'll get to it. They go in. We get the flashback. They're gonna go steal Howler's land. Howler is a company that owns a lot of land around Hawaii. We're gonna steal all their record book, and we're gonna own it.
Right.
It'll come back to us eventually, somehow, some way. All right. Dragona says anyone can see this. Anyone's allowed to see this. This is public information. But we've got to make sure that we are hidden. We take precautions because there's cameras. People might be watching. We don't know what's going on. Alright, so Charlie Man changes his face. Dragona changes the ID. Yusugi does his camera trick again. And this camera trick, will it actually work? I don't, Rocky explained it. It didn't really make sense, but we're just gonna go with it.
They're camouflage.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the mechanics of it.
Alright. They go in, they sign the document, they're in there. So Dragona changes those IDs. Yusugi is acting as a student interested in history of the land, Eric.
Sweating trying to pull this off.
Why did they give Yusugi the hardest jobs?
Right.
Why?
Comedy.
I guess so. Yusugi is the one looking and touching the documents, Eric. There's a lady flipping the pages.
But he's not allowed to touch.
No, but he
original
does
things.
touch it. Alright? She's got the gloves on, she's touching the paper, showing them. Dragona gets close to the documents. The rock starts to vibrate, and they
Maximum value.
get it. Yeah. And they run to get out of there.
Right.
They instantly scram. Alright? They're running out of the place. Yusugi starts to
Coughing
foam at
up.
the mouth.
Right.
He's foaming up. He's coughing up goo. Everyone's like, what's going on? Is he ODing? He must be on crack.
Gets a knife, stabs it through his chest.
Gets that little straw, Eric. We've seen Pulp Fiction. Everyone's seen Pulp Fiction. Right? And that's the end of the chapter.
Maybe we'll get to it in the stand fight.
Yeah.
Is the book the source of the stand?
We'll get to it.
Okay.
Moving down.
I'm intrigued by this plotline now, Christian.
He's intrigued.
We finally found a decent plotline going on.
That's right. Eric, we did the tutorial with the diamond, right? That's a tutorial. Now we get into the real plot.
Yes.
All right. Chapter 15. Charming and Yusugi and Charming and Dragona are trying to give Yusugi CPR. He does the stand thing, the knife, the straw. He's able to breathe. They get Paco and Jodeo to turn up. They get in the van. Eric, we get to see within Yusugi's lungs. A tiny stand is punching his lungs, Eric. A little gremlin's in there, punching those lungs. Charming is just saying Yusugi's OD'd. He's a piece of shit.
He's a bum.
You can't trust what drug addicts say. Yusugi's like, no.
Clearly some kind of backstory there.
Yeah, Yusugi's like, no, I don't do drugs. I did them a couple times.
Maybe
but
I
I'm not
experimented a few times.
I
Yeah,
didn't do
alright,
it.
Yusugi.
Alright, we get it, alright? We're a CrackMan. We understand that. Alright? He's the oddball. He's crazy, Eric.
Right.
Judeo is willing to consider if it's a stand attack. Paco just tells Yusugi to shut the fuck up.
Pipe down, we're trying to think.
Yeah. Eric, Paco the straight man.
Right.
Yusugi the cut color.
Jodeo just there.
Dragona kind of the
Trying to
caring
figure
one.
out. Right.
And Charming. What's Charming's character? He's just kind of like, I want to save my brother.
Yeah, he kind of judges.
Yeah.
Gives weight to certain characteristics.
Yeah.
I suppose.
We basically find out Charming's here because he wants the land rights, so he can go look for his brother and have the money to excavate the site, whatever.
Right.
Charming is saying Yusugi just OD'd. You can't trust drug dealers. Yusugi swearing he didn't do it. An ambulance goes past Eric, and the lady from the records office is having the same issue,
Right.
coughing up. Then they realize it's a stand attack, Eric. They work out that the stand is an automatic stand and it attacks like an illness. Charming is starting to like Yusugi, Eric. He goes, you got guts, you stabbed yourself, you saw it quick. Maybe I misjudged you. Let me help.
You got some will.
It's a will, Eric. Charming turns his eye into dust and goes deep into the straw, Eric. He's a rock human. There's no way. There's no way this man is not a rock human. He might not know it. He might think it's all to do with his stand. But look, characters in Part 8 were doing this shit as rock humans. He's a rock human. Let's get real.
Okay.
Alright?
I like this setting, Christian. It's a different pace.
Yeah. Urgency.
Right.
A little mystery. What's going on? We can't just punch the solution, Eric.
Right.
We gotta go deep and find out. So Charming turns his eye to dust and goes down the straw, Eric. Charming's stand is called Big Mouth Strikes Again.
What is this?
It's his stand name.
But what is?
I don't know what it is.
You don't know?
No, I didn't look it up. So it's probably some Iraqi deep cut.
Okay.
Eric, Charming is able to grab the stand with his dust, and he starts to pull it out. But then he loses his grip, and his eye starts to decay. Eric. He is still chasing it through Yusugi's body. His Charming eye is spawning cancer out of it, Eric. They tell him to pull out, but he won't. He's gone deep. Dragona starts to foam with the mouth. Everything's gone wrong, Eric. We cut back out to a group outside. We don't see their faces, Eric. They go, that lady was a daughter of a congressman. He was looking into the illegal activities of water sources on the Howler land. What is Howler? Question mark, exclamation mark. And is this the villain group?
Is the owner of the estate the villain, Christian?
The villain. They want to keep their land, Eric. They want to keep their grip on Hawaii. What do they know about the rocks? Because obviously, they planted this stand knowing someone would try this shit.
On the books.
Knowing someone would try this shit.
Right.
Or maybe they wanted to get the daughter of a congressman with the disease. To stop the investigation.
Just spread to them.
Yeah. But an automatic stand, someone placed the stand on the book. Who was it? Hell. Is this the villain group? Do we finally have a villain?
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Little corporate espionage going on, Christian.
They want to keep the land. The land doesn't belong to them. We could do some land rights things about the native peoples, and the power of the lava rocks. You know.
Are they all an ancient cabal of rock humans trying to get the corpse of Jesus Christ?
What is ultimate value?
Right.
You know. We'll find out. What do you think about these chapters, Eric? Are you back on the JoJo part?
We're back. I'm intrigued, Christian, by this whole situation. We're starting to get some direction.
Would you say the characters are starting to show more of their personality?
It's still just Yasugi.
Parko's got a personality, Eric. He's a straight man. He's a tough talker.
Again, my issue is with Jodio.
I mean, he's literally no emotion, man.
Yeah, he's just kind of there as well. Doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
He was cool in the mansion with these rain tech.
Do you think we can get some rain tech here? Wash out Yusugi.
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Araki's using his best characters to deliver something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Focus on Jodio Araki.
Eric, it's JoJo. He never focuses on the MC. It's always the side characters, and the MC gets some sauce. I feel like Araki is gonna make this about Yusugi. Because he always makes it about a side character.
Right.
I feel like Yusugi's gonna get a lot of screen time because he's a very entertaining character.
Who's the Bruno of the group?
It's Paco. Level-headed, he's cool. When you go up and attack him, he never gets caught off guard. Has Paco ever lost? No. He's kind of the leader.
I'm sure Jodio will come to his own at some point.
Yeah, that's the character. Yeah.
But some good character dynamics, some good plot moving forward. I like the stands. I like the action. Finally, something interesting from Meraki. Apart from the first 5 chapters are good.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on in the next
10.
8 that followed or whatever. It was like, all right.
The rock, how it works, the watch.
Yeah, the fight with Charlie Man wasn't spectacular.
I know you didn't like it because all the perspective warp and shit. Alright?
It didn't really conclude.
He got swindled into joining the team.
Yeah, like it was weird.
Okay. It was bizarre, some might say. There you go. Those are the 2 JoJo chapters.
But I feel like we're out of the prologue.
We're out of the tutorial.
We're out of the prologue. We're into the first arc.
Yeah, we're in. That's what we like to say.
I'm gonna give this 2-chapter run 9 out of 10. Christian.
He loves it. Eric's back.
The double page spreads. I like the art in this.
He's back.
Chapter. I don't know if the car's that big.
It's a van. It's huge.
It's a big vehicle, but we'll let it slide.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, we're looking good.
There you go. I enjoyed this chapter, Eric. It feels like it's got some pace to it.
Right. Direction it's got.
Yeah.
We don't need to sit there and if he explained the rock again in the library, I was gonna give this a 0 out of 10.
Eric, he's done enough explaining, alright? He's done enough explaining. Alright?
I'll let the value slide because fine. And it's an interesting concept that the land will come to us, Christian.
Yes.
Not necessarily the paper.
No.
And again, how does May know all this shit? But yeah.
That's right. I'm telling you, Eric. I'm telling you, she's in on it. Moving on.
That's Ronnie Shanks.
How strong is Shanks? Every week, we come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks. And every week we answer, Shanks is the strongest, Shanks is the god king. But, people out there are still saying Kaido's top 1. People out there saying Sweaty's man on the planet Akainu. People out there saying a Blackbeard, Eric, top 1. There are people out there that say Dragon. MC Father Tax, but you know, we already discussed that Shanks is the real MC Father Tax, Eric. And the worst of them all, people who think Mihawk is strongest. We all know who they are. The Zoro fans. Shanks is strongest, Shanks is king.
Indeed.
And we're going to 100% factual information to the table.
Facts.
This week's evidence is Shanks is so strong, he can stop the OD of even the strongest crack addict that conquers Haki, Eric. Shanks is strongest, Shanks is the god king.
Talk about the show.
The slop of Zoro versus Sanji. It's gonna say it out there. I remember back in the day, man.
The Zoro fans are greedy.
Zoro,
I'm just putting it out there.
Zoro versus Sanji used to be fun. Used to talk about speed, swords, whatever. Alright? Now it's little cancer and death. It's the egghead has made it 10 times worse. Would you agree? Because Eric, in Wano we had Zoro fans going after Luffy. They weren't going after Sanji. They were going after the Luffy.
I think the
spot.
advanced conquerors and Zoro made it worse.
Okay.
Because Ifrit is such a nebulous an attack
Okay.
that you can't really scale.
Okay.
People tell me Zoro's faster than Sanji.
Eric, we cannot take Speed Blitz moves as actual speed. This is some Samurai Nippon tax. Right? The classic, I already cut you tech.
You know what I say? You know what I said?
What?
Sanji teleports every time a woman's in trouble.
What they say?
Gag.
Whoa! Not a gag.
Gag.
Okay. Now, Eric, this obviously springs off the Toei not giving Sanji
I didn't even know
speed
this was a thing.
Me either.
But
A
apparently
debate.
it's a
A
thing.
debate. What was the debate that Zoro acknowledged Sanji's speed?
Sanji saves Edison. He jumps down and there's a question mark,
Yeah.
on Zoro. And the Sanji fans are saying, Zoro couldn't have perceived Sanji. That's how fast he was.
Yeah. But Toei did mess up the steam by not having Sanji speed blitz save Edison with a laser beam about to hit him.
Yes.
They did stuff that up. So
It's just like Sanji's faster than Zoro. Zoro's stronger than Sanji.
but they can't have that. Because what they've done is they've taken every stat, and Zoro must be better in every stat. Because of what? Mihawk. Mihawk has to be better than Shanks in every stat, otherwise, the swordsmanship, the swordsman title's fraudulent.
There's no way.
This is the corner they backed themselves into.
There's no way Mihawk is faster than Shanks.
Eric,
No
this
chance.
is the corner they backed themselves into. Every stat has to be better than Shanks.
Max.
Or Mihawk's a fraud. That's the corner they backed themselves into. Strength, speed, haki. Everything.
Like from what we've seen, Roger's not even that fast. Doesn't matter. Wiper's not fast. Except for an Akainu didn't sense it behind him.
That's right.
Kaido's got Thunder Bagua.
Speed blitz move. Zoro got smacked by it. Couldn't react. Monkey Jesus blocking with that sandal. Eric, no one's competing with Luffy.
Everyone agrees.
Everyone agrees. No, Eric,
It's
that's
over.
what I'm saying. It used to be Zoro fans going for the top spot against Luffy. But then Egghead happened. We got the Pizarro incident. It's over.
Sanji's not allowed to have a block against Kizaru. Because
No.
the Zoro fans can't have it.
Because of the Zoro performance against Lucci. The Sanji fans
By
finally
the
had
way,
ammo.
Zoro fans, be careful of using the anime.
You're gonna get fucked up by
Because-
Toei.
Rob versus
Toei will
Zoro
gas.
is gonna get gassed.
It's gonna get extended. You're gonna look foolish. You're gonna look very
There'll be
foolish.
a lot of Conqueror's Haki, there'll be a lot of Green Fire going on, there'll be a lot of moves.
Eric, they're gonna
being
look
used.
foolish. They're gonna look very foolish. So they better calm it down with the anime. We're warning the Zoro fans out there to calm it down with the anime. Because Toei are not gonna be able to resist cutting to Zoro for some filler time, for some extra sauce. They can't resist that.
And Lucci, they love Lucci.
They love Luch. Everyone loves Luch, Eric. They're not gonna be able to resist that.
But yeah, Zoro fans, just give Sanji fans speed. It's obvious.
I mean, Zoro still hasn't done Sanji's whole kick on speed feat.
What,
Where-
the slow-mo oven shit?
Where he kicks Oven so fast, grabs Chiffon so fast, that Oven couldn't even see him. Oh, Oven shit. That's the excuse.
Queen shit is also the excuse.
Queen shit.
Zoro can't even dodge an Imperial Arrow.
But Eric, he's got speed blitzing. He's got one speed blitz move. He's got Lion Song.
Brooks might be faster. No one's bringing up Brook, by the way.
And you're bringing up Brook. No one's giving you anything.
Some people respect it.
No one has blocked the Notch Slash. I'll put that out
You've
there.
already been cut, Christian.
Eric, no one has ever blocked the Notch Slash.
Including Bing Bong.
Yeah. Already cut Zeus. Slash the Cloud. So, we don't... Eric, Sanji's obviously faster than Zoro. We don't have to do this. You put up a poll. It was obvious. But it's not getting fun anymore, Eric. It's getting sad. The Zoro fans are so aggressive.
Zoro and Sanji are close. It's not like Zoro washes Sanji.
Eric, you can't say that on Twitter.
Zoro still hasn't proven the allegations that he can't use cock at will.
He used it against Luch. You gotta give me that. Didn't do anything.
He also hasn't been the Stadman allegations of cock either.
No.
That Emma suck heavy.
No. That's correct.
So,
Sanji hasn't been the Ifrit allegations either. He hasn't even used it in Egghead.
didn't need to, bro.
I think he did, because Vegapug's dead. So I think he did need to use it.
Sanji's slow when he's carrying people, alright?
We know that from Hawkeye Island.
Except Chiffon.
Hey man, it is what it is. Alright?
And people bring up annoying points where obviously Oda manipulated the plot to make Sanji slow.
Like
not- Like him not reacting to Stacy getting hit. I'm like, yeah, but Zoro was also stuck in a chimney. I needed Chopper to give him a sword to cut through it.
That's true.
So like, does that go against his physical strength?
Okay, yeah, you know, it's a good point.
So,
yeah.
you know,
I mean, also, Sanji used that time to put Kaku in a bubble. So he used the time.
Maybe he doesn't care about clone women, Christian.
Who knows? Who knows?
But anyway, little Zoro, relax. Zoro fans, you're already in the lead. You don't have to act so insecure.
Zoro versus Luge is gonna explode so many people in the anime. It's gonna be hilarious.
Zoro fans, you can Zoro is better than Sanji. We all know this. But Sanji's faster. And movement speed is a stat in combat.
It is.
It's attack speed isn't the only thing that matters.
Sanji, there's no debate that Sanji has faster movement speed. There's no debate.
Oh, but it apparently doesn't matter in combat, Christian.
Okay.
I'm not even convinced King is that fast, to be honest.
Sanji dealt with his speed effectively. So did Marco. So
there you go.
We'll see about that.
Questions? Because I'm heavy ones here. Question from the people.
From President Lex. Sorry. What role will God King Shanks play in the future in the final war of the series? Shanks in the final war. What does he do?
Side by side with Luffy.
Left, right. Action.
A little bit of Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan shit, Christian.
Crazy. They get separated at some point, blah, blah, blah. You know how it is. From Harveston, Charming Man really pulled a Gara. He's a rock lawyer that also creates camouflage. What do you think his relationship to the rock humans are? He's a rock human. I'm not buying this cap that he's not a rock human.
What's the community saying?
He's a rock human. Everyone's like, he's a rock human. Do you think Howler has a reverse lava rock that sends calamity to people trying to take them down? I don't think we're doing a part 8 again with the calamity stuff. I think they obviously set up some.
They might have some kind of other mechanism.
Sure, they got the traps to get the people looking at the deeds. They got the traps.
Right.
I think the boss of this organization wants all the lava, wants all the luck for himself, all the value for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yusuke says he's not a drug addict. Is he lying? Yes.
For sure.
Do you think the similarities between Charming Man Stand and Dr. Wu is on purpose? Dr. Wu is a rock human.
I got the.
Yeah. There have been stands with similar abilities before. Why do you think the characters are also so knowledgeable about stands? Did Merle teach them? That's what I mean, Eric. Merle knows about stands. Everyone knows about stands.
I feel like after part 3, everyone knows about stands just innately.
If you have a stand.
Right.
I guess so. Also, I do think Merle knows a lot.
Yeah.
Of stuff.
What's her stand?
We'll find out. From Pirate King's ears. First, praise to the God King. Second, with the story being in the final saga, what do you feel like a Void Century flashback around the corner? Are there any specific things from the period that either of you would like to see glimpses of or fleshed out?
I want to see the plot. Whatever. I want to see subtle connections, Christian,
to the future.
I want to see Jaya. I want to see maybe in his lobby.
I want to see
Water
Prime Water 7.
I want to see maybe El Dorado. Maybe Wano's a City of Gold by that point.
Sure.
Maybe To Kill a Wolf still being built.
Many things.
The origins of Big Sake, Christian.
You're gonna find out a lot.
Maybe some Davy Jones, Christian.
Lore.
Flying Dutchman.
Captain John's treasure.
Captain John's on the Rocks Pirates, Christian.
But Captain John's treasure, what is it?
What else is there? I mean, there's all the ancient history shit that we gotta look into. Yeah. Not to mention the Buccaneers.
I want to see how Joy Boy uses the Nika fruit differently. I want to see if he has any techniques or if he hasn't got.
He better not be doing like Nika pistol.
I mean, he's gonna be throwing punches, but
Yeah.
But
He might have the spear, I don't know.
But he should be. There should not be any Gum-Gums, so he should be automatically awakened.
Maybe.
We'll find out. From Crazy Man. Cool looking stand. Is this part good so far? Yes.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
We started strong. I know what the fuck was going on. Now we're on a good trajectory.
That's the final question.
There we go. Little short one for the people today, Christian. But One Piece is back. Oda, please just deliver us the lore.
Deliver us the lore. Deliver us 3 chapters in a row, please. We need that.
Nice.
We need that.
We need that pace.
We need that pace, Eric. It feels like we can't get anything started here.
Right. It's true.
But James the Strong Says God's King. We'll see you next week.
Good night.